Okay, so I've made it to the range. Deer season came in. I thought this place would be empty, but it's not. 100-yard range is full. So come over to a nice quiet little 50-yard range where we can do the first function testing, get some velocity data, see how this thing's going to run, and yeah, make sure everything's okay. Maybe the 100-yard range will clear out here in a little bit. I've got my my Leupold 3-9 installed on here. I've been kind of sitting here trying to get the stock adjusted. You know, the Magpul PRS stock's got cheek piece adjustment and you know, adjustments here for the length of pull and all that sort of stuff. It's looking like with my big gigantic head all the way out here on the butt is going to be the best. Otherwise, like with it all the way in, basically my cheek is towards the front of here, so you know, yeah, that gets me nicely over the cheek piece. And with the height of this scope, I'm not really going to have to come up much. I'm up like 2 clicks, and it's right where I need it. So that's all set up. I think we're ready to go. Yep, got my little bipod on here, and this is going to be a pretty decent little setup, I think. Let's see, is there anything I didn't show you earlier? I don't think so. I guess I could give you a look at it. Let me flip it around here. Yeah, nothing too exciting here. This is the you know, the Gibbs side charging upper with the you know, the charger over there on the side we were just looking at. No dust cover, no forward assist, none of that stuff. Midwest Industries rail, the 15-inch rail, and the 24-inch Brownells barrel. So yeah, not really a whole lot going on here, but yep, nice CMC trigger. Doing some dry firing here, man. It feels good. It feels really good. So let's get to it. Let's get shooting. See if this thing will run. Okay, we're going to start off with the with some of the Hornady factory ammo, the 123 grain AMAXs. Got 5 rounds in a magazine here. I've got a freaking diaper for this thing, a brass catcher, but I'm going to hold off. If we have ejection issues or cycling issues, I want to be able to catch it on camera, so maybe I can see what's going on. So yeah, and then I've got my magnetospeed chronograph on there, so we should be able to get some velocity data. So let's see if it'll shoot. Alright, I'm going to shoot at the center right dot. Hopefully we're on the paper. Okay. Got a little failure to eject here, don't we? Interesting. Yeah, boogered up the brass a little bit there, but you know, that's going to happen. Man, look at this second one. He got dented to hell and back. Huh. Alright, I'm going to set that round aside. So the question is it the magazine or is it something else going on here? Tell you what, I want to see if Yeah, one fed off the magazine looks fine. Tell you what, yeah, okay, let's shoot another one, see what happens. Well, I heard brass hit the ground. That's a good sign. Yeah, that one came out clean. Brass looks good. Tell you what, let's eject this dude. See how it looks. Yep, doesn't appear to be boogered up. Yep. Okay. Boy, the mouth on that case just got absolutely beat to hell. But at least the next round looks okay. All right, let's shoot this last one. See if the bolt locks back. Man, that trigger feels nice. So the bolt locked back. Okay. Brass got ejected pretty well. Okay, as far as velocity goes, you guys aren't going to be able to see that, are you? Max was 2627, minimum was 2584, and the average was exactly 2600. So standard deviation around 20, 18.7. So that, what did we say, 2580 was what was on the box, so we're about 20 feet per second above what they said. So that's pretty darn close. Tell you what, this one that got boogered up, if I can get it out of here. Yeah, let's go ahead and shoot it, see if that fire forms out. It should. I don't see anything dangerous, just kind of popped it really good in the side there. Interesting. So yeah, this guy didn't eject. It's just kind of freaking chilling out in there. Nothing had a hold of it. That's interesting. So that ding fired right out of there. No big deal. And velocity 2598, so it was right at the average velocity. I don't know what to think. Here's what I want to try. I've got 5 rounds in a magazine. I'm going to try and cycle these through manually and just see see what the hell, see if, you know, it seems to run okay that way. Okay, not so much. There's that nice ding on the shoulder, which you guys probably can't see because I'm zoomed in too much. You probably got a better look at what the hell just happened than I did. Try it a little bit slower. That was just a weak ejection, right? Interesting. Let's do that one more time. That ejector should sling that brass 1.5 miles, right? On cycling like that. It shouldn't be dribbling out. So I guess the question, so I tore apart the bolt, and I'm wondering, like the extractor here has kind of got some funky burrs on it. I'm wondering if that's what's going on. It's just the case rim is getting kind of hung up on those guys, because the ejector spring feels nice and tight, feels strong. I don't think that's what's going on. I hadn't actually torn the bolt apart. The spring seems okay, seems to be in there nicely. There were a couple little pieces of like plastic gunk under there. I don't know what the hell that's from, but maybe that was getting in the way of something. I don't know. And you know, I don't really have the crap with me to go doing any polishing or anything like that on this here at the range, but I think I'm just going to run some more ammo through it and see. Maybe it'll clear itself up. I don't think it's a magazine issue. I don't think it's a, well, it's not a gas issue, you know. I ought to be able to cycle rounds through it manually without problem. So yeah, I want to put this guy back together and we'll just run some more ammo through it, see what happens. Alright, so we're put back together. Just want to run it through one more time here. Yeah, that's just not awesome. Hopefully it's not the, you know, ejection port design of this upper not kind of not working well with the it doesn't look like it. It looks like it should be clear by the time that thing pops, but yep, oh well, whatever. Let's get to shooting. Alright, same ammo, same target. I'm not a huge barrel break-in guy, you know, no elaborate procedure. But I did go ahead and run a couple patches down it, just for the heck of it. Nothing weird came out, so that's good. These bullets have been chewed up from all that cycling testing. Some of the tips are really jacked, but I can't imagine that'll matter too much at 50 yards. So, yep, let's just go ahead and turn that 5-shot group into a 10. And mostly ignore the cycling issues. Four out of 5 ain't bad. So the 10-shot velocity average on those AMAXs ended up being 25.92 with a standard deviation of 15.5. So that's very, very close to the 25.80 that they advertised. So 12 feet per second faster than what the box says. Next up, I want to do 10 rounds of the SSTs. These are a little hotter. These show 2620 on the box. So I've got 10 rounds in a magazine. We've switched over to a new dot, so we're just going to shoot a 10-shot group, see how they run. I'll tell you, this scope, you know, it doesn't have adjustable parallax, and it's supposed to be, you know, pre-adjusted for 100 yards. Here at 50, I have really got to watch it. Getting probably an inch of movement, you know, total parallax as I move around my head. So it's actually seems kind of like good training, you know. I really need to focus on consistent cheek weld and eye position and all that sort of crap. So see how these SSTs do. Okay, average velocity 25.52, minimum 25.37, maximum 25.76, standard deviation 12.6. So this one we missed the goal. We're 70 feet per second slower than advertised. So that's weird. A little bit faster on the other, a little bit slower on these. Alright, so against my better judgment a little, I'm going to go ahead and shoot our hand loads. First up is going to be 8208 XBR. Yeah, I'm a little worried about, you know, our nice shiny new brass is going to get chewed up with these extraction issues. But that's fine. Whatever. Alright, we got a fresh spot. We're going to shoot a 10-shot group and see how they do. So these are substantially slower. 2347, 2337 were our first two shots. Brass looks perfectly good. Primer's still nice and rounded. Yeah, these are, you know, nice light loads. This CMC trigger is freaking outstanding. It feels so good. Alright, maximum velocity 2364, minimum 2336, average 2350, standard deviation 9.4. I don't even remember what the hell we were expecting. We'll have to get back to the bench and jog our memory on that one. Okay, next up is benchmark. Alright, so you may be saying to yourself, wow, that seemed to shoot a little bit better. Well, here's the thing. A few minutes ago I realized that my objective adjustment thingy has been loose this whole time. So I was kind of wondering why the gun was shooting like garbage. And even that group, to be honest, isn't terribly impressive for, like, I think we're at 55 or 60 yards. But I'm not going to get too freaked out about accuracy until I get my real scope on here and all that sort of crap. But yeah, I think that was a big part of it, is this guy was just flopping around on me. So I forgot to mention velocity. Average was 2375 on those. Max 2405, minimum 2362. So standard deviation of 12.3 feet per second. Okay, last up is our CFE 223 load. See how they do. Alright, average velocity 2360, minimum 2334, maximum 2390, standard deviation 14.7. Alright, let's pack up and get to the house, figure out this extraction problem, shall we? Alright, let's wrap this one up. I've done a little bit of research. I still got a lot more to do. But apparently the ejector and extractor issues on these bolts are not completely uncommon. So it's looking like I'm going to need to go at this guy with a Dremel tool, most likely. Round off some edges and hopefully improve function. That'll probably be the next video. I'll probably just do a video covering working on the bolt and trying to get this thing running a little bit better. Maybe. I don't know. I am reading about some people having failure to extract issues. So I'm really worried about, I don't want to go too far and then I'm just leaving frickin' brass in the chamber, you know, because it's slipping over. But that ejector, or the extractor, really seems to be biting in a little bit more than I'd like on that on those case rims. So that's that. The other, okay, so I'm not going to pretend any of this is impressive. It's not. It's not terrible. Like, that's 50 shots and not really one that's just awful, you know, way out in the middle of nowhere. So I think the gun's trying to shoot, but I don't have any faith in the optics I was using. So yeah, I don't know. Here, well, I'll stop by the gun stow after I went to the range. I was able to get some bench rest primers, some BR4, CCI BR4 primers. God, these things are expensive. But so we'll be able to play around with some primers here shortly. But most importantly, I was able to pick up a Burris, what, PEPR, pepper, whatever. We'll call it pepper mount in 30mm. And I'm going to mount up my Vortex Viper HST, the 4-16 that you may have seen on my Tika. I'm going to put it in this guy and use it in this gun until I get my permanent optics that are back ordered. So yeah, I've been wanting to get one of these for that scope anyway, so I can move it around and use it on some other stuff. So next video we'll have some better optics. I'm not going to freak out about accuracy yet until, you know, we move back to some farther ranges and we've got better optics that are mounted a bit better. So that's it for this one. See you guys next time. It should be quick. Like I'm gonna be working on this bolt really soon. So yeah, look for the next video very quickly. See you guys next time.